How would you like to be living the life that you were meant to be, rather than the one that you're just settling on because it's just become bearable or just comfortable? I will share you 3 simple steps for you to thrive and manifest at your highest potential in a very short amount of time, much less effortlessly than you ever thought possible, with proven techniques that has worked for me and my clients. But before I share these 3 steps, let me tell you a little about me. Why me? Why this program and why now? Hi, my name is A.C.T. I grew up in a high middle class family. Very loving, caring, and giving. I studied architecture at UC Berkeley, and that was followed by 2 years out of the 3 years of a master's program of architecture at SciArc, until I realized it wasn't my passion. Architecture wasn't my passion, so I became an entrepreneur. At that point, I fell in love with my wife and wanted to do everything within my power to make this possible. Entrepreneurship led to a lot of different ups and downs, failures, and eventually we got it, until the house of cards just crumbled. We had 2 thriving businesses at some point, both in Los Angeles, a kids' furniture and accessory store, very high-end, catering to high-end clienteles and celebrities. And along the side, we had a custom kitchen factory that made the custom furniture for the kids' furniture store. And in 2008, it all crumbled away. Due to the subprime market and the recession, everything went away. Towards the end, I was miserable, working 6 days a week, not seeing my son grow up. That was just building up. I remember the day that everything changed for me. I was in Bel Air at a job site, waiting to get a final payment on a job that we had just completed. The owner refused to pay the $20,000 balance just because one door of these custom finishes didn't match the other ones. Remember, money was tight for the homeowners, and the builders that I was working with, the contractors, were just disappearing overnight. I remember I was stuck in traffic, and I was heading towards home, towards the west side. I had to pay about $25,000 the next day to my employees for the equipment lease and the rent. And I was going home empty-handed, and I had no clue how to pay that. And I broke down. I started crying, and I said, no more. I don't want this life anymore. And the only thing I spelled out to the universe was, I just want to spend more time with my family. Ironically, the universe gave me exactly that. Not even a month later, my dad passed away, suddenly. This shattered my already distressed life. I never got to say goodbye to him. After burying him, a month later, I closed the factory. And 3 months later, I closed the kids' furniture store. And 3 months later after that, I filed for bankruptcy. We did. And just as soon as I was getting my bearing back, I lost my mom to a very rare disease that takes 1 out of 20 million people. But this time I got to say goodbye, because from the time she was diagnosed to the time she left us, it took 35 days as she deteriorated away. But talk about trauma. After that came divorce. Throughout all of this, the only thing that kept me going was my eagerness and yearning to find more about spirituality. And I was doing every self-improvement course that I could get my hands on. And after divorce came my worst nightmare. I was sleeping on an air mattress in the middle of my sister's living room. And one morning I woke up and half the mattress air had deflated. So my head was against the hardwood floor with my legs dangling up on the remaining inflated portion. I started laughing because I thought at that point, I was facing my worst fears in life. I was jobless, broke, homeless, and without my son and my wife. But I I was alive, and I knew this too shall pass, and I can make it, and I got this shit. I had realized that staying positive and doing affirmations that felt like I was lying to myself, and simply sitting at the top of the mountain saying, everything's fine, wasn't working for me anymore. That spirituality by itself, the secret, or law of attraction, wasn't the answer for me. Or at least, that I was doing it wrong. I was standing on a pile of shit, and I wasn't willing to look down and realize that I was standing in the middle of the biggest pile of crap that I had created. It wasn't until I started taking simplest actions, energetically moving and getting out of the house. I started working Uber and Lyft just to make ends meet. And then my universe started noticing and showing me the signs that eventually led me here today. My goal and mission was to find out exactly how to take spirituality and all the self-improvement knowledge that I had gained and combine it with scientific and actionable tools and techniques to go into the subconscious and shift my reality. These tools were hypnotherapy and NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, amongst many others that I utilize today to transform my life and then to become the life server that fulfills me. I was no longer willing to stand still and just smell the shit. I had taken so many courses, studied with the masters and the gurus to find my inner own alignment to my higher self. Now I want to share this with whoever is ready and has had enough, who knows that their potential is more than they're allowing. I know the way to transformation and awakening and enlightenment is different for everyone. But the tools and techniques that I've gathered along the way are the key. It's what helped me and is what helping my clients every day. I've been fortunate enough to work with so many people and transform their lives to shift out of the old self and to fulfill themselves every day. Happiness is a choice. We can't be happy 24/7. That's an illusion. For me, it's all about fulfillment. For me, it's knowing that I got this shit and I can do anything I focus my mind and heart to and achieve it. So let's get into why this program. What is Cleanse Your Lens of Perception? What are the 3 steps? Well, it's all about ACT, A.C.T. The first step is awareness. Awareness is the key. Awareness of your perception and how it's affecting you. Awareness of how our mind and body has to come together to act as one with our spirit. Awareness of how the mind actually functions. Awareness of how we got programmed and our past memories play a part in our present moment and decisions. Awareness of how toxic anxiety and fears holds us back. And awareness of how the body holds our emotions and feelings. And finally, the awareness of how to cleanse all this, which comes to the second part, cleansing. Cleansing the lens of perception. Cleansing away what's no longer serving you from the past that keeps appearing in the present, in the now, that's affecting you today and your tomorrow. This process of cleansing allows us to become familiar with our parts, old belief systems, the ones that are toxic and limiting us, the old programs that are no longer necessary and need to be updated or deleted, to cleanse yourself energetically, spiritually, and in all aspects, to become a new version of you that's no longer holding anything from the past, just learning and knowing what works and what doesn't, and what you want and desire to manifest. Now, the third part of this act is transformation. Transformation by taking massive action towards manifesting what you desire. Transformation is actually the funnest part of this process. Once you are aware and you have cleansed yourself from all the things that are stopping you, deliberate transformation with a massive preconceived action plan that I will share with you in our workshops, or the 3-day masterclass, or the 21-day full immersion, or the one-on-one private sessions is the key. I hope you come and join me. First, in this free 2-hour workshop, I will go into much more detail, and I will bring about the change that you have been desiring and haven't been able to find. Remember, I've been there. I've gone through many ups and downs. And that has brought me to this point exactly. In the past 12, 13 years, I've spent learning how spirituality, neuroscience, hypnotherapy, NLP, Reiki, chakra alignment, and all other types of modalities help this process seamlessly. So ask yourself, if not now, when? If not me, who? I'm sure you've tried many different courses and classes. This is a proven method of becoming aware, cleansing, and manifesting your transformation towards the version of you that you've always desired. Let me tell you about the classes. After each lecture, there'll be exercises that are very specific to bring your awareness to what needs to be recognized, isolated, updated, deleted, and converted to a new version of you that is working with its highest potential. To cleanse it all the way that it needs to in order to manifest the best version of you. After the exercises, I will do specific hypnotic meditation that will help you with that day's lecture and exercises. This is a proven method, as I've seen results in many of my clients. And I'm hoping you're going to love it. So please fill out the form below now. Watch the 2 free videos. The first one is more details of the 21-day program with some of the tools. And the second video explains in more detail the main philosophy and topics of the courses. That's all I'm asking from you right now. Granted, they're just introduction into the course. But after you watch the 2 videos, please sign up for the free 2-hour workshop that's coming up Wednesday, February 15th at 6 p.m. I highly recommend that you upgrade to the VIP access for $97. That gives you access to an extra hour of me live. I will start with the Q&As about the lecture, followed by some exercises and a guided hypnotic meditation. Also, consider signing up for the 3-day masterclass. It will start on February 20th for 3 consecutive days. There are only 50 seats available, and I want to keep it small and intimate. And I don't know exactly when is the next time I'm going to be live like this again. You can sign up for any of these classes, or if you're ready, jump into the 21-day full Immersion Transformation Program, that live event starting February 28th. Again, there are limited seats because I want to keep it intimate. And I don't know the next time these will be repeated again. You are here for a purpose. There's a reason that you stayed all the way through this presentation. And you have come to this cross-section of time and space where it's no longer enough to continue with the old habits that are no longer serving you. Meaning that the pain has now surpassed the pleasure or the comfort of remaining in status quo because you want more out of life. Because you believe you have the higher potential than you are settling with. Being stuck is not an option anymore because you owe it to yourself and you deserve to take that leap of faith and to live the life you deserve and that you're meant to have before you allowed other things get in the way, such as doubt, fear, limiting belief systems, anxiety and trauma that have energetically locked you and in some way imprisoned you. Once you take the 3-day masterclass or the workshop or the 21-day full immersion life transformational program, you will become aware of how to control your mind, your autonomic nervous system, and your fight and flight or coping mechanisms and responses. your feelings and emotions, and how to cleanse yourself energetically. Cleansing yourself of those limiting beliefs that are no longer serving, the toxic ones. To go in and remove any fear, delete and distort any shame, guilt, or grief. To understand the illusions and the lies that you've been telling yourself all along the way. And finally, to transform energetically by taking massive action towards a new future that you can already see, feel, touch, taste, and smell in your mind's eye. Let us learn from the past, but no longer carry it in our present, and finally manifest the future that we desire. So now it's time to act. So I'm asking you to sign up and watch the free introduction. I'm sharing the first day of this 21-day immersion program. After you watch some of the videos and you realize this is absolutely the way for you to achieve your transformation, sign up for the free 2-hour workshop, or the 3-day Cleansing Your Lens of Perception Masterclass. Or if you are ready to jump in all the way, sign up for the 21-day full Immersion Transformational Program. Remember, you can always do private one-on-one sessions as well. DM me to get all the details. I don't know where you're watching this. If it's on my website, you'll see the link below. Either book a class or a session with me, or perhaps simply watch the videos that I've posted in the next page. If it's on my social media or YouTube, please look at the descriptions below and find the links. You know it's time, because enough is enough, and you're ready for what you've always been waiting for. So act now, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for listening.